in post position number 1, ready for his date with Triple Crown Destiny, whatever it may hold for him. Anak Nakal moves into post position number 8. Ready Zeko moves into post position outside him, and the final of them all will be Ichabod Crane. All standing beautifully in the starting gate, ready for the 140th Belmont Stakes. And they're off in a 30-year quest for the Triple Crown, and doTERRA, wasting no time, is racing to the front, and Kent Desormeaux is going to keep Big Brown not far behind as they move into the clubhouse turn. Tale of Akati has some early speed today. He's right up on the lead now, running in third position. Anak Nakal is surprisingly close. He's now fourth. And Kent Desormeaux now trying to guide his horse off the rail and out of harm's way. He's third, just a bit off the rail now. And it's 2 lengths back. Anak Nakal runs along in fourth position. He's taken to an inviting opening on the inside. A break of 5 lengths back to Macho again, who now runs in fifth. Dennis of Cork is sixth, about 10 lengths from the lead, followed by the maiden Guadalcanal. Ready Zeko lingering at the back of the pack early on. Ichabod Crane trails the field as they make their way around that vast clubhouse turn here at Belmont Park. It's doTERRA leading. Tale of Ataki is second, and on the outside, Big Brown. Big Brown is third after an opening half mile in a sensible 48 1/5 seconds. So Kent Desormeaux waits. He waits with Big Brown on the outside third. Anak Nakal just in behind him, and then it's a big chasm about 8 lengths back to Dennis of Cork, who runs along a distant fifth. They're midway down the backstretch run. The leader is still doTERRA. Tale of Ataki right there second. Desormeaux waits. Desormeaux waits in third with Big Brown on the outside. 3/4 in 1:12 4/5 seconds. 5 furlongs to go in the 140th Belmont. Anak Nakal remains in fourth position. A break of 5 lengths. Macho again moves into fifth. Ichabod Crane is launching a bit from sixth. Around the far turn, a half mile to go in the Belmont. The leader is still doTERRA. doTERRA's opening up on the field now. He's opened up a 3-length lead. Tale of Akati is second. Big Brown is third. Kent Desormeaux's asking him, but he's still third. 3 furlongs to go. And in the meantime, it's doTERRA who's opening up, and Big Brown is plummeting as the field turns for home in the Belmont Stakes. doTERRA's opened up a 5-length lead, and Big Brown has been eased at the top of the stretch. They're coming into the final furlong. doTERRA is the leader by 5 lengths here. Dennis of Cork trying to reel him in with 1 furlong to go, and doTERRA ducks out. Now he ducks in, desperate for the final 16th of a mile, but he's going to do it here. Here's a shocking wire-to-wire win in the Belmont Stakes at 38 to 1. It is doTERRA. He wins by 4 lengths. The Triple Crown will remain vacant once again. Dennis of Cork finishing second is close to third, and very unfortunate, a desultory Big Brown has been eased in the stretch.
We will get to doTERRA's huge monumental upset, but first let's focus in on Big Brown. Eased up right near us here, Jerry, at about the 8th pole from in. Did you see anything?
No, he did get bounced around a little bit going into the first turn. He was a little rank. He threw his head up for Kent Desormeaux, trying to fight him just a little bit, but Kent quickly got him out into the clear by the time he turned down the backside, and he was actually losing ground when he went to the far turn. You could see Kent asking him for a little bit more, and Big Brown wasn't responding. He didn't appear to be visibly in distress as far as lameness when he went by here.
If Kent had sensed that anything was physically wrong, he wouldn't have allowed Big Brown to gallop out from the quarter pole where he eased him all the way to the wire. He would have
no doubt about that.
Big Brown was actually a little rank early in the race. For one of the first times that I've seen, he just appeared to be a little out of sorts, Jerry.
You can see him right there, Kent Desormeaux. Big Brown throw his head up just a little bit, fighting Kent Desormeaux, something he normally doesn't do. He's a very relaxed horse. But quickly, Kent moves him out around number 7, Tale of Akati, into the clear, and that's about it for that instance.
You know, this is obviously going to open up all the discussion about the quarter crack in the left front foot.
An injury that, as was detailed well, could greatly affect performance, not risk life, but greatly affect performance, and we will have to find out if that was the cause.
In a worst-case scenario, Ian McKinley, Rick Dutrow, just so confident that Big Brown was 100%. You heard you heard Rick before the race, the foot's not a problem, man. Not a problem, babe. Not at all. Well, obviously the way Big Brown ran, that might not be the case.
Janine Edwards.
Ken, tell us what happened.
Well, I was empty.
Take us through the race.
He was keen to go on early. I just wanted to assume he slipped again. He brakes so hard. You know, it's hot as hell out there, and the racetrack didn't hold him up. He slipped up front and this time stumbled a little bit, so they just tried to slide to the outside and get a nice position.
It looked like he was fighting you a little bit early in the race.
Yeah, he was keen, but I got him out early, and we just cantered along down the backside. There was a couple times where he thought it was time to go and jumped into the bridle. But by the time long before we went into the last turn, I had no horse.
Was he trying to get out?
No.
He was not trying to get out. Did you feel anything at all with his left front?
No.
Did he feel lame at all?
No. No. I could not be fifth. This horse is the best horse I've ever ridden, and something's wrong, so I took care of him.
In your best guess, in all of your experience, all your years of riding, what went wrong today?
I have no idea.
Thanks, Kent.
Very simply put by Kent DeSormo, I had no horse. This is the test of the champion. A mile and a half in 93 degrees, coming off the issues where he didn't train up the way they would have preferred because of the quarter crack. He simply said, I had no horse.
And it was visible going into the far turn between the half-mile pole and the 5/8 pole that Kent was asking Big Brown. He had no horse, and he did the right thing. I would have done the same thing. Let's look at the break. Big Brown in post number 1, it didn't appear, Kent said he stumbled. It didn't appear like he stumbled in the front. His back legs could have slipped out from underneath him slightly, but it wasn't too visible. I don't think it had any bearing on how badly he finished.
There is a reason why the Triple Crown is one of the toughest accomplishments in all the sports. 3 times in 5 weeks. Horses are not accustomed to running like that. And once again, in a race where it looks like we're going to see history, Nick Zito, the winning trainer.
This is the moment where Kent makes the decision, Jerry, that, you know what, it just isn't there, so let me take care of my horse.
Well, he knows he knows along before that he's not going to be second. He's not going to win, not going to be second or third. So then his main goal is to get Big Brown through the stretch, ease him up, get off of him. He is obviously in some kind of distress, at least enough not to perform normally.